Welcome all of you to the third lecture of tension members. Before that, so please open the notes circulated to you already. We'll be solving problem number 4 today, and also IS 800 2007, page number 32, and SP6, page number 168. So this is not circulated to you. This will be given to you later, or it will be explained here in itself. Coming back to the notes, that is problem number 4. It says design a single angle to carry a factored tensile load of 350 kilonewton. So these are the other given details. So hope you write parallelly the same details in your book also and parallelly solve along with this video. Okay, and it says case 1 says design it if it is connected by bolted connection, and design the same if it is connected by welded connection using these weld grade electrode, E41 grade of electrode. Now coming to the solution, so we have to assume the design tensile stress, that is Fy by gamma m naught. So grade of steel is Fe410. So for this grade of steel Fe410, Fy is 250 and gamma m naught is 1.1. So 250 divided by 1.1 will be 227.27 Newton per square mm. This is the permissible design tensile stress. Now once the permissible design tensile stress is known, we calculate area required, that is load divided by the permissible tensile stress. The load is 350 kilonewton, which is factored tensile load. 350 kilonewton is the factored tensile load. So that is why again this is not multiplied by the factor. If it is a service load, this has to be multiplied by the factor. So 350 load divided by the permissible tensile stress is 227, for which we are getting area is 1540 square mm. So now we have to, all of you have to go to the steel table and find an angle section having an area at least this much or greater than this much. Now we will go to the steel table to find an angle section having area equal to or greater than 1540. Okay, when we come to the steel table, so we have adopted is ISA 150 into 75 into 8, whose cross sectional area is 17.42. The area is 17.42 or 1742 square mm. The same thing is copied here. 17 area of this angle is adopted angle is 1742 square mm. Now we'll take case 1 if it is a bolted connection. If it is a bolted connection, like discussed earlier, your tension members have to be checked for 3 criteria as per IS 800 2007. One is yielding strength due to design strength due to yielding of gross section. Next one is design strength due to rupture of critical section, and last one is the block shear. Now we'll be checking the first case, that is design strength due to yielding of gross section. That is this formula, TDG is equal to AG into Fy by gamma m naught. So I want everyone to write down this formula to check the further details. The same thing is written here as per clause number 6.2. As per clause number 6.2, that is design strength due to yielding of gross section. The same formula is written here, that is TDG is equal to AG into Fy by gamma m naught. So AG stands for gross area, which is already taken from the steel table, 1742 square mm. Fy is 250 divided by gamma m naught is 1.1. When you solve for this, you will be getting the yielding of gross section as 395.9 kilo Newton, which is greater than the factored tensile load coming on the angle, which is 350 kilonewton. Therefore, the provided angle is safe in yielding of gross section. Now coming to the next check, that is rupture of critical section. Now go back to IS 800 2007. So the design strength due to rupture of critical or net section. So for that we have to 6.3.1 is for plates and 6.3.3 is for angles. So all of you have to write down this formula, that is TDN is equal to 0.9 ANC into f bar gamma m1 plus beta into Ag0 into f bar gamma m0. But before that, before checking for rupture of critical section as per 6.3.3, we have to design the connection. We have to design the connection. So design of connection which is already done, we have to calculate the shearing capacity of 1 bolt and bearing capacity of 1 bolt, which is already done in module number 2. So which is we are getting for the given bolt data or the assumed bolt data, we are getting as 45.27 kilonewton. So therefore number of bolts will be factored load divided by 45 point, that is a design strength of 1 bolt. So number of bolts will be 7.7, so that we are providing 8 number of bolts. Now before going to the rupture, these 8 number of bolts are arranged as shown in figure below, or we can refer to the much clearer figure here. So it is better all of you redraw this figure once again. It is better all of you redraw this figure once again. So as per the calculation, we require 8 bolts. As per the calculation, we require 8 bolts. Those 8 bolts are arranged in the figure shown here. In the figure shown here, this is elevation and this is the side view. Now angle we have adopted is ISA 150 into 75 into 8, out of which 150 mm is the connected leg that is connected to the gusset plate, and 75 mm is the outstanding leg. This is the 75 mm leg, or side view we can see like this. This is the 75 mm leg, that is the outstanding leg, and 150 mm is the connected leg. I'll repeat, 150 mm is the connected leg. It is connected to the gusset plate, and 75 mm is the outstanding leg. Now these distances are taken from SP6. These distances are taken from SP6. Now since you can already see there are 8 number of bolts, since we can see there are 8 number of bolts, rather than arranging in one row, they are arranged in 2 horizontal rows. They are arranged in 2 horizontal rows. Now these distances are taken from SP6. Yeah. Now we are providing 2 rows in one leg, 2 rows of bolts in one leg, 2 rows of bolts in one leg. So that is the first bolt. Now if you are providing single row, that is we have to refer the distance C from heel of the angle to the center of the bolt. Now since we are providing 2 rows of bolts, we have to refer to the distances A and B. Distances A and B. The first distance A will give you the distance between heel of the angle to the first center of the bolt, and distance B will give you the distance between center of first bolt to the center of the second bolt. Now in this case 150 mm leg is the connected leg. 150 mm leg is the connected leg. So now this distance A, that is from here to here, it is written as 55 for 150 mm leg. Next distance B, that is this distance from center of first bolt to the second bolt, is written as 65. When you go back to the figure, so we have done the same thing. From heel of the angle to the center of the first bolt is 55, and from first bolt to the, sorry, this is a mistake here, this has to be 55, please rectify, this has to be 55. From heel of the angle to the center of the bolt is 55, from center of the first row of bolt to the second row of bolt is 65, and from here to the toe it is remaining will be 30 mm. Kindly please rectify this in your book, this you make it as 55 mm. Once all this are done, yeah, now the other, this is across the length of the connected leg. Along this length, along this direction, we are following an end distance of 40 mm on either side and pitch distances of 50 mm each. Now coming back, hope this arrangement of the bolts is clear. Arrangement of bolts is clear. So only after arrangement of the bolts you have to go for the further calculation. Otherwise it becomes difficult for the further calculation. Now one small correction here. this has to be 55 instead of 30. Please draw it correctly in your book. Now coming back to the calculation, that is a design strength due to rupture of critical section. Design strength due to rupture of critical section, which is already have written down the formula as per 6.3.3. The same formula is written here, copied in your book also. That is TDN is equal to 0.9 in ANC into FU by gamma M1 plus beta into AG naught into FY by gamma M naught. Now going to one by one calculation. Going to one by one calculation. Yeah, the first one is ANC. The first one is ANC. Yeah, coming here. Now ANC represents the net area of the connected leg. ANC represents the net area of the connected leg. The connected leg is 150 mm and the outstanding leg is 75 mm. The net area, so you can see there are two bolts along the net connected leg. Along the connected leg, that is 150 is the connected leg minus 2 bolt holes. Across each cross section there are 2 bolt holes. So that is 2 into 22. If it is single row of bolt, you will be deducting only 1 bolt hole. Here in this case, there are 2 rows of bolt holes. That is why 2 bolts are deducted. 2 into 22 minus half the thickness. Whole bracket into thickness of the angle, which will give you 816 square mm. Next one is AG naught. That is AG naught stands for gross area of outstanding leg. So here outstanding leg is 75 mm. So 75 mm minus half the thickness, that is common thickness you have to deduct here. 75 mm minus half the common thickness into 8 will give you 568. Now coming back to this, now ANC and AG naught are calculated. The same is shown below also. ANC and AG naught. Yeah, ANC and AG naught are done now. Now FU and gamma 1 already are, FU is 410, gamma M1 is 1.25. If you refer to table number 5, page number 30, FY is 250 and gamma M0 is 1.1. The left out term is beta. Now this beta is written down here. This beta again you are getting from, yeah, the formula here. This beta you are getting from the formula given here. That is, you can write down the formula again. That is 1.4 minus 0.076 whatever, W by T, Fy by Fu and Bs by LC. Now substituting 1 by 1 value now. So 1.4 as it is, 1.4 as it is minus, see you can see that same formula is here. 1.4 as it is minus 0.076. This we will come back, we'll keep it on hold. Fy 250 and Fu 410 and Bs by LC also will come back. Now going to 1 by 1 term, W by T. W by T. Now for W by T, you have to go to IS 800. Yeah. So now when you refer to this figure number 6, W is nothing but the distance of, yeah, this is the angle connected to a gusset plate. So now here in this case, this becomes the outstanding leg and this becomes the connected leg. Now here as per the formula, W is nothing but the outstanding leg. In our case, it is 75 mm and thickness is 8 mm. So we can come back to the formula and check. We have substituted the same value, that is 75. It is the outstanding leg and 8 mm thickness. Now coming to Bs by LC. Bs by LC. So now Bs, again you have to go to IS 800. Yeah, the Bs formula is given here. Bs stands for W plus Wt minus T. Now W is 75. W is 75 and Wt is nothing but distance of the heel of the angle to the center of the bolt. Distance of heel of the angle to the center of the bolt. When you refer to that figure, which is already we have seen that this is 55. It is not clear here. Better we'll take this figure. Yeah. Just now we have shown that. So W is this distance, WT is this distance between heel of the angle to the center of the bolt. That is W is 75 and WT is 55. Yeah, W plus W1 or WT minus T, that is 75 plus 55 minus 8, which is 122 mm. Yeah, which is 122 mm. It is 122 mm. Now, sorry, this has to be corrected. Please make this as 122 mm. BS is 122 mm divided by LC. So, as discussed earlier, so LC is nothing but, as per the code here, it is the length of end connection, that is the distance between outermost bolts along the load direction. When you refer to this figure, it is distance between the two outermost bolts along the direction of the load. Now this is the direction of the load. Now distance between outermost bolt is this bolt, center of this bolt to center of this bolt, which is 50, 50 and 50, totally which is 150 mm. Now coming, yeah, which is substituted as 150 mm. Now that expression is, you are getting beta as 1.046, which is substituted as here. So in the formula, so finally you are getting TDN as 240.88, sorry, plus 134, which is 375 kilonewton, which is greater than the factored tensile load coming on the angle section, which is 350 kilonewton. So therefore the provided angle section is safe in rupture of critical section. Now coming to the block shear. Now first you have to understand the block shear failure pattern. Block shear failure pattern. Now the line shown here, so all of you observe this carefully. So now this line shown here, now the one moving along with the cursor, so from here to, from edge of the plate to along the center of the bolt, it will move like this, from this center to the toe of the angle. Now this will be the block shear failure of the angle section. This will be the block shear failure of the angle section. Now along this line, it will be subjected, from here to here, it will be subjected to shearing. From edge of the plate to the center of the innermost bolt will be subjected to shearing. From center of the bolt to the toe of the angle, it will be subjected to tension. It is shearing and tension. Now all of you mark this line. All of you mark this line, which is the block shear failure pattern, which is the block shear failure pattern. Now coming to the formula for block shear failure. So you have to refer to design strength due to block shear, that is 6.4.1. Now write down these both the formulas. Write down these both the formulas. So that is Fy, AVG, Fy, whatever given here in page number 33. Now the familiar terms are already Fy, gamma m0, Fu, gamma m1, same here also. The only new terminologies are AVG, AVN, ATN and ATG. Now which is already discussed earlier. The calculations are shown here. Yeah. Now like discussed earlier, those formulas, AVG stands for gross area in shear. Gross area in shear. AVN stands for net area in shear. ATG stands for gross area in tension. And ATN stands for net area in tension. We'll calculate one by one. The first one is AVG. AVG, that is gross area under shear. Now like told earlier, now this will be the area subjected to shear from here to the center of the innermost bolt. Now that length is nothing but 40 plus 50 plus 50 plus 50, that is 150 plus 40, 190. 190 into the thickness of the angle is 8 mm. Thickness of the angle is 8 mm. 190 into 8, which is 1520. Now coming to the net area under shear, taking the same line, in this same line of shear, so deducting the number of bolt holes, that is 1 bolt hole, 2, 3 and half of the fourth one, that is 3.5 bolt holes. That is 190 minus 3.5 into the thickness, which is 904 square mm, AVN. Now coming to ATG and ATN. Now this will be the tension area. This will, from center of this bolt to the toe of the angle, will be the tension area. Now this distance will be from here to here, it is 65, and from here to here it is 30. Total is 95 from center of bolt to the toe of the angle. 95 into 8. Yeah, 95 into 8 will be the gross area in tension. Now coming to the net area in tension. From here to here, the net area will be deducting the number of bolt holes. That is 1 bolt hole and half of 1. That is 1.5 bolt holes. 95 minus 1.5 into 22. That is deduction of the bolt holes to calculate net area, whole bracket into thickness of the angle, 496. Now AVG, AVN, ATG, ATN are known to us. Now those have to be substituted, yeah, in the formula given here. In the formula given here. So we are getting as 345 and 326. Now wherein both are less than 350 kilonewton, wherein both are lesser than 350 kilonewton. So they are unsafe in block shear. They are not safe in block shear. Now what you have to do? You have to adopt higher section until it is safe in block shear. So when it comes to exam point of view, you need not repeat all the design again. You need not repeat all the design again. What you have to do? You have to adopt. You have to simply say, just a minute. Yeah, the angle section is adopted is 150 into 75 into 8, which is safe in yielding and rupture, but unsafe in block shear. That is why you have to say a line in exam. You have to say a line that adopt a higher section greater than this and redesign. You have to say, last point you have to write, adopt a higher section greater than 150 into 75 into 8, and you have to say redesign. You need not check all the design steps once again. Yeah, now coming to the case 2, if it is welded connection. Coming to the case 2, if it is welded connections. So again, the steps will remain same. So you have to assume permissible tensile stress, that is 250 by 1.1, area required. You have to calculate area required, like the same way earlier case. So we adopt ISA 175 into 50 into 8. You have to check for yielding of gross section, rupture of critical section. Before checking for rupture, you have to design the welded connection, like you have already done it in the module 2. So assuming size of the weld, yeah, you have to adopt the, assume the size of the weld. Then you have to calculate strength of the weld for 1 mm length, which is already done earlier for the fillet weld. So you have to adopt length of the weld. You have to calculate the length of the weld. Yeah, so providing it on two sides, this is already shared in your module 2. You have to calculate, you have to follow all this calculation, and you have to provide the weld on either side. Now coming back to the rupture of critical section, you have to use the same formula again. Rupture of critical section. Now this is as per 6.3.3, rupture of critical section. This formula is as per 6.3.3. So now here we are not using any bolted connection. Since we are not using any bolted connection, your net area of the connected leg will remain same. So here we are not deducting any bolt holes. A and C, net area of connected leg will be simply 150 minus half of the thickness into 8. We are not deducting any bolt holes. So net area of the connected leg will remain same as the gross area of the connected leg. Yeah. Now coming to beta, write down the formula. So now W, you have to refer to this figure here. Now W is again outstanding leg, which is 75 mm. Substituted, divided by T is the thickness. Fy by Fu is 250 by 410. Then Bs by LC. Now Bs, yeah. Now this for bolted, for welded, Bs is nothing but W. So that is nothing but that is 75 mm. 75 mm. Now LC is nothing but, so the same thing is substituted here. Yeah, BS, sorry. Yeah, BS is substituted as 75, and coming to the last one is LC. So LC is nothing but the length of the average weld length. Now there we were taking the distance between outermost bolt connection. Here you have to take the average weld length, that is 220 mm. Now once we calculate beta, we have to go back and substitute in the formula. So which we are getting it as 506 kilonewton, which is greater than 350 kilonewton and safe in rupture. Now coming to the block shear. Now usually the welded connection will not tend to fail by block shear. Usually the welded connection will not tend to fail by block shear. They can be skipped checking for block shear. They can be skipped checking for, they need not be checked for block shear. Usually in case of bolted connection only it tends to fail by block shear, that is shearing and bearing. Now here are some calculations for block shear for the welded connection. Even if you check, which will be very much safe, that is 816 kilonewton and 872 kilonewton. Even if you check for block shear, which is very much higher and safe in block shear. You can refer to the formulas here. Now along this line and this line it will be subjected to shearing. Along this line and this line it will be subjected to shearing. Like discussed earlier, block shear is combination of shearing and bearing. Along this line and this line it will be subjected to shearing. Across this line it will be subjected to tension. Across this line it will be subjected to tension. That is AVG will be, shearing will be 153 plus 287 into the thickness. 153 plus 287 into 8, and that is gross area under shear, and net area also will remain same. Net area under shear also will remain same, because since there are no bolt holes. Now coming to AVG and AVN will be same. Now coming to ATG, now this length that is 150 mm will be the length subjected to tension. That is 150 into 8, that is 1200 square mm, and ATN also will remain same since there are no bolt holes. Now once AVG and AVN both are 3520, AVN will be same as AVG since there are no bolt holes. Now coming to ATG, which is 1200 square mm, that is this area which will be under tension, and ATN also will remain same since there are no bolt holes. AVG and ATN also will be 1200. If you go back and substitute in this formula, so you will be getting the value of TDB, these two separately, which is calculated as 816 in the first formula and 872, which is very much higher than 350 kilonewton. So that is why we usually don't check for block shear in case of welded connection, but usually for exam point of view these calculations have to be shown. Okay. So kindly request all of you go through the previous videos also thoroughly, then only you'll be able to understand the current videos. And kindly share your feedback and suggestions on the same to improvise this online videos. Thank you.